Hi everyone, this is Zohaib. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Learning H Pro. And in the third part of our restaurant point of sale app, we are going to create our backing things like designing the entities, menu categories, order classes, order items, like all the classes. And will in this video we will see the data of our images, categories, and menu items. So let's get started. So first of all, we have to come into our data folder, and in this we have to create our new class, which will be named as entities. So we have created the class. So in this, we just have to create the another classes. So first of all, we have to create the menu category class. So in this, we will have a ID, and after that, we will have a name of a menu, and after that, we will have an icon so that we can identify which category is that. So as you can see, I've created the menu category class. So after that, we have to create the menu item class because it will be based to menu category, because in the categories there are many items, so we will create the menu item class also to store the menu items in menu categories. So that we have to create another class named as menu item. So in this we will have an ID, we'll have name, we'll have icon, we will have some description. So I think these all are the things which we will need. So I think I missed something. So that will be a price, because each item will have its own unique price. So I've added the price, and now we have to create the mapping because menu item will be based on to the category, so we have to map this menu item to menu category. So for that we have to create the primary key, and which will be auto increment. So in menu item we will do the same, primary key and auto increment. So we have done this. Now we will create another class of mapping. So class name will be menu item category mapping. So in this class we will have an ID, so which will be mapped like the menu item ID and menu category ID, which will be mapped into same class. So we have created the menu item. The IDs of the category and item will also be the same class. So menu category ID. After that, we will create like integer menu item ID. So now we are good. So that we have created our mapping category, and I guess this will also be unique and auto increment. After that, we have to create our order class because from the category, our item will be selected and will be ordered by the client. So we will create our another class which will be named as order. So in this, we will have a ID which will be long, and our date and time, at which date and time our order is placed. After that, we will have a total items count, at how many items are in the order list. So, and after that, we will have an total amount, which will be as a decimal. So, and I think we are good. Uh, yes, I guess we have to add payment mode also, so that client will select that by which payment mode he is going to pay, like cash or by card. So we will add that also, right? Payment mode. And I think we are good. So after that, we are going to create our order item class, in which our order name, icon, price, quantity, that how much quantities the order is placed, and what is the order name. So we have to create that public class order item. In this, the ID will be long. Uh, it will be mapped with order ID, item ID, and name will be also included in this order item. Why the IntelliSense is not working? I guess we have not closed our curly brackets. So the icon will also be placed. We will need not description, but we will need price. And we will also need quantity, that how much quantity client has placed for his item. So this price will be judged by the quantity, that how much quantity a client has ordered. So we have to create the some method. For that, we have to ignore this and have to create the method. A decimal total amount, not amount. It will just be amount. So quantity, if we multiply quantity with price, so that our total amount will be calculated. So we have created our classes. So now right now I think we are good. So for that we have to shift our all the classes into a separate class. So for that I have to click onto this and just click on my keyboard control, and we will just press the move to menu category.cs. Okay, I think I pressed the wrong key. Okay, move to this, move to order.cs. Why it is not working? Move. It is giving some errors, I guess. No, it is now shifted. So move type this, and now we are good. So right now we will delete the entities because we don't need this. So you can see our all the classes are now created, and now we will just create our new class, which will be named as seed data class. For that, we have to go to into the this creating the class panel, and we will just search. Oh, we will type seed data. So you can see the class is now created. Now for that, I will just copy the classes which I have already generated from ChatGPT. You can also generate that. So I will just paste it here. So I think my all the classes are now pasted. And now I think I am good. So all the links are just working perfectly. So this is our ID, this is our category name, and this is the image which will be shown onto the beverages, our main course. This is the image for the main course. This is the main course ID, snacks, and much more. And these all are our menu items. As you can see, this script is generated by ChatGPT. I'm showing you all. You can also generate it from ChatGPT. So this is the script. So after that, we will create uh, our database service class. So in this, we will just type database service. And in this, we will just start to implement it. And it will be IE async disposable class and public. We will just create our constructor. And in the constructor, we will just create a variable of dbpath in which we will type combine environment dot get folder path, another curly brackets environment special folder dot local application data. So our this is completed, and we will just add our repository name restpos.db, which we'll be using SQLite. So after that, our connection established, and after that, we will just create a connection string connection dot new SQLite async connection, and which will be configured with dbpath. Okay, now we will just create a read-only property, private read-only SQLite sync connection, which will be using connection which we are using here. So we are using this. Just use the you get package of SQLite. So now we are good. Now after that we will just create our SQLite open flags dot create SQLite open flags dot read write. And the last thing we will do will be SQLite flags dot create. Oh, we have already created the create. So this will be create cache. And now I think we are good. So this is our closing tag. And after that, uh, okay, we will just create a initializing class also. Initialize database sync. It will be async, and all the things will wait underscore connection dot create dual async. The table will be of menu category. So we will just copy this and we'll paste it 4 times. Now we just have to change the classes. The second one will be our menu item. Third one will be our order. Fourth one will be our menu item by menu item category mapping. And the last one will be our order item. So our all the classes are initialized. And after that, we will just create another class of seed data, like sync. This will be async, and it will be a task seed data async. And in this, we will just create a variable of first category. We await in this dot create table. No, we don't want this. We just type connection dot table menu category. I think this is not the right one. First or default is sync. Okay. So what we are creating is that if the first category is just fetched recently when opening the POS application. So let's see if the category is open. If we have selected a category and all the menu items are fetched for once, and if we run it another time, so it don't need to again and again fetch the data from the database. So for that, we are creating the exceptional condition that if the data is fetched, so it will be stored in this variable first category, and if we reload the application again, so it will be fetched from first category. If it is not, so we will again run the seeding data process. So for that, we have created our if first category is not equals to null, so we will just return. Okay, we have created. Now we have to create another variables of all the classes categories seed data dot get menu categories variable of menu items seed data dot get menu items. The last one will be mappings. Get menu items by category mapping. So now we are good. Now we just have to call it. For that, we have to use the wait underscore connection dot insert. This will insert all the data into our specified classes like categories. So what we will do, we will just copy this and we'll paste it 3 times. And this will be menu items. This will be mappings. So I think we are good for now. So after that, we will just simply create the expose function to remove this error. So for that, we will just use the value task expose async, and we will just create if connection not equals to null. So we will just close async. So I think we are now good. So that is also now removed. Okay, after that, we will just now create another class public async task for the menu categories. it will be an array, and get menu categories, not items. No, it doesn't include the items, so we will just menu. So we have to create this menu items by category spacing. So we are creating this to all our menu items by category. So if we select the beverages, so all the drinks will be shown, and if we select the meal, so all the meal food items will be shown in our POS application. For that, we will just, if we are using async, so we have to also use await. So we will use connection table. Table async, not async will be used. It will just be a menu category, and not where it will be to array async. So we have created this, and after that we just have to create our SQL query for getting the specific items by category. Create a task menu item. It will be array because all the menu items from the array will be called items by category async, and the parameter will be passed of category ID, which category ID will be selected. So according to that, our SQL query will generate itself and will show the menu items according to the category. So I've created a query, SQL query code. So we will be just using that. So for that, I will just paste it here. So this is our query command, which will be calling, fetching all the menu items from the category. So after that, we will just create a variable of menu items, wait underscore connection for query async for the menu item, and it will not be an array. So we will just create query and category ID. Oh, sorry, category ID, and we will just now return the array. So by running this query, all the specific menu items which we are using in our seed data, like this, the ID one. So this all the things like menu category ID and menu item ID. So all these are mapped. And if we run this SQL command, so all our menu items will be mapped with category ID. And if we select the category ID, that from which category we are going to call our menus, so we will just create the category and all the specific menu items related to that category will be shown. So for that, we are returning the all the array. So now we are good. So we just save our project. And after that, we just have to come to our app.xml.cs. And here we will just create, I guess under the in page database. Now, first of all, we have to come to our MAUI and here under the end if we will just have the services which are going to be called singleton, and it will be our database service. So this will be called. So now we are good. Now we will go to the app shell xml.cs page, and here we will just in our app we will pass the database. Why it is not getting? Yes, now it get. Okay, now we will just create a field for this, and in my Visual Studio there's some problem that shows this, but I'm comfortable with using the private property as an underscore. After that, we will just create our protected override void on start. This using base dot on start. It will be await database service dot initialize database async, and after that we will use await dot, it will be seed data async. So these two things we will be using. These both methods are called from our database service, as you can see, initialize database and seed database async. And now I think we are good. So I don't think that any of the things are now left. So for that, we will just come into our database service, and here we will just, for checking the item, if our item is loading perfectly, we will just come into our initialize, and here we will just have our menu item. This is just for testing for my satisfaction that if the data is getting perfectly or not. So we will just get a menu items by categorizing, and it will be the first one. So these all things are now good. Now I just have to check that if it is getting the data, and what will it do if it comes first. It is okay. So now I have created all the breakpoints. So now let's run our project. So as you can see in our first debug is stopped at here. Now we will just continue, and now it is getting the menu items. Well, it is going great. If you go to here, now order item, now this will work. Let me see that what it is getting. Right now it is null. So because we have not run our project after seeding. So right now we will check that if it is going to seed our data. It's checked that if our first category is null or not. So it is null. So this should come at here. So it is now seeding the data. So this runs perfectly. So as you can see, now our POS application is working perfectly. Now if we run the project again, oh, just let me remove these. Okay, we will just continue. Now it will show the data. Menu items null. We will just continue. Continue. First category is also null. As you can see now, our first category is not null. It is showing the ID 1, so it will just return now. It will just return, and our POS application will be loaded. So that's it. I hope you liked the video. For more upcoming videos, kindly press the subscribe button and press the bell icon so you will never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next part.